For my first project, I'm going to be doing Iris van Herpen. She is one of my personal favorite designers, and she has some of the most interesting designs that I've seen ever. She's been featured in Vogue many, many times, and I love her designs. So a little bit about Iris van Herpen as we go on to the next slide. She attended to Art Easy in the Netherlands and interned for Alexander McQueen in London. She showcased her first collection in Amsterdam Fashion Week in 2007, and it's the same year that she began her label. Fast forward 3 years later, we get to when she debuts her 3D printed dress and coins the term New Couture. The next year, she is featured in Time magazine's 50 Best Inventions of 2011. I also have a little comment bar underneath the slide if you go into the zooming out of the slide, and it'll take you to more info about who she is and where she comes from. And as we move on, we go into some of her dresses that I personally really enjoy viewing. In the first slide that we see with her dresses, it's two of her skeleton dresses, and it's a part of her spring 2011 couture show. And what I love about it so much is that it is designed in a way that makes you think that it was hand stitched, but when viewing the videos of her collections and seeing the actual making of any of her pieces, most of them are actually solid and are worn by these models, and they just, I'm incredibly good job done with the modeling of these items. And then we go on to our fifth slide of her fall 2011 couture, which is also another one of my favorite shows of hers. And it features one of her dresses that look like a snapshot of someone getting water thrown at them, and it's just one of the coolest designs I've seen in a long time. And for my personal pick, it is the spring 2011 ready to wear. She created that dress that looks like a snapshot of someone being splashed with water. But my all-time favorite show of hers is her fall 2016 couture show, and in the comment section underneath the slide I have featured a YouTube link to the show that I'm talking about. So for her clientele, she generally makes women's wear, but she also does include menswear in her previous shows. I haven't seen many menswear in her last few seasons, but either way, I think her clothes are incredible. Her target market is generally towards celebrities or her avant-garde collectors that she's described as being obsessed with her clothes and really getting in tune with her personally and her designs. And I just think it's very admirable. So, a couple of celebrities that have worn her clothing is Bjork, who I personally love so much. Actually, I love all of these celebrities. They're all very influential and very awesome. But so we have Bjork, who wore one of her dresses on her Biophilia cover. And then we have Solange, who wore her design at the Grammys in 2016. And then we have Beyonce, who wore her midi dress in her Mine video. And then also Lady Gaga wore her design to her perfume opening in 2010. So her atelier is located in Amsterdam, but they also have an online store that people can purchase any of her items through. She has bags and such on the website. In an interview with Mark Holgate, she has described her atelier to be different but the same, because she said that when she walks into it, she sees all the conventional designing equipment like sewing machines and whatnot. But then when you get a little more into it, you get into the designing studio, which has laser printers and such, where she can design these items. And it's honestly incredible. I'll also include a link of a tour of her atelier. And then in the beginning of her building her company, she said that her first printed piece took 7 days and 24 hours to complete, and compared to then versus now, it is a lot easier because advances in technology. She's also said that she enjoys the combination of technology and craftsmanship. She feels like the two are equal rather than having one dedicated for the other thing. So, a company that's dedicated more towards technology and fashion versus having actual craftsmanship included, versus a craftsmanship company that does luxury goods like Gucci, Chanel, and Balenciaga and whatnot. She's happy to be able to include the two in her designing. And yeah, I just really enjoy her stuff, and I hope you enjoy it too.